what would be the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse? And Alan, we will start with you with this question. I'll go through some of the comments real quick to kind of maybe get your brain moving. Josh says a chameleon would be cool. Ryan says an ant. Josh says my dachshund, or I don't know what the cabrea is. That like a rodent, like a giant rodent?
Is it capybara?
The capybara?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think it's like a cute giant hamster looking thing.
Capybara.
Yeah, capybara. Yeah,
Uh,
they're like giant rodents.
Cleavon says scorpion. Actually, he doesn't say scorpion. He just says scorpion are badass. I agree with you, Cleavon.
I mean, Cleavon's not wrong.
Cleavon's our boy, man.
And Veronica says a chipmunk. And Alan, what say you?
A chipmunk? The fuck are you gonna do with the horse?
So it can sing to you in a quartet.
Whoever wrote that, I'm gonna need more info on the page, please, because I don't get that. Sizing up to a horse. I mean, instinctively, platypus comes to mind because why the fuck not? Then they start getting to like. I like the ant idea, but can I control it, or is it just a fucking, does it have free will? Because then I'm kind of fucked.
Well, here's my theory on that, because I think that's a pertinent question. I think horses are only smart because they're big. And because they're big, they have a bigger head. And because they have a bigger head, they have a bigger brain. And a bigger brain allows for better thinking, trainability, and all that stuff. So I would say whatever animal you're sizing up, I would say that their brain... The brain would be larger, therefore they would be more controllable. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this caveat in there that though they are potentially a wild animal, that they're trainable to their species, to their whatever you call it, whatever the family.
I think it's the phylum. I think it's the phylum.
That's what I was going to go with, but I thought that was wrong. Yes, they're trainable to their brain size phylum. So an ant, even if you scale it up to the size of a horse, I don't even think they have like functional brain activity. I think it's just all like utilitarian, like pheromone. Like,
and remember, Murr had said it. If you could talk to an animal and you could talk to a squirrel, like, want some nuts? Got some nuts. Want some nuts? Nuts? Got some nuts? Got nuts? Think about that. Don't forget about that.
No, that's tough. It would be a difficult communication barrier. No, I very much understand. So I.
So good. Oh God.
If I were to size up an animal to a horse, I'm just gonna. I haven't even mentioned it yet, but I'm gonna come out left field here, and I think that a horse-sized beaver might be useful, for a number of different reasons.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, at that size, he's a formidable fucking protective pet. If I have some sort of control over him. I mean, nobody's fucking with a horse-sized beaver. Let's be real. And then he would obviously churn out a lot of production for me. I think he could clear cut forests at that size in a pretty rapid time. I could use those to build my own home. Maybe have him fashion me a dam. I don't know. At that size, it's probably livable for a human. I'm just thinking out loud here. Yeah, wood for burning, wood for selling, wood for lots of stuff. Yeah,
we got it. Very
Woodford Reserve.
Well, I mean, he's a beaver, so come on. But I could use all that. So beaver, horse-sized beaver.
Okay.
I would take that. I
don't disagree. As soon as you said beaver, I was like, holy shit, I'm going to move to the upper northwest, and every asshole who's spending like $10,000 a day on diesel fuel, I'm just going to laugh at, because they're self-sustainable. Like, they cut down the tree, they eat the wood, I feed them nothing, and I reap all the benefits. That's a brilliant answer, Alan. Wes, what would you like to size up to the horse?
Well, just to be clear, they buff the wood. They don't clean the wood. They buff it. So
But they fall the wood.
that was it's a Pauly Shore quote, by the way.
Oh, sorry, you have to do it in the Pauly Shore voice, or
buff the wood, buff the wood. I have a 1 and a 1A. Initially, I thought bald eagle, fly, like carry you around, just fly you wherever you need to go. Now that's assuming you can, you have eagle talk. You could go beep, 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 pop, 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 beep, pop. You give it coordinates, and then it flies to where you want to go. Or maybe once you saddle up and fly off, then you're at this fucking bald eagle's mercy of where it wants to go. It's like Perryville. Goes somewhere else.
I don't hate your bird answer, but I think you picked the wrong bird because an apex predator that is, I mean, it's a raptor. Like, they don't give a shit about what you're saying to it. However, if you're using it for transportation, and I know it sounds stupid, but if you went with pigeon because of their honing capabilities and they're able to, you can like wrap a pigeon up in a bag, throw it off a bridge, but if it'll still know where it came from and fly back. I've tried.
But this thing can only fly for like 45 seconds. Didn't you want something that's got some sustainability?
What? You've never heard of carrier pigeons?
I thought that was just like a figure of speech.
No, that was
a legitimate method of fucking communication
for centuries. Like, that was the original text message, man, was carrier pigeon.
It's a different kingdom of pigeon, right?
We have a fraternity brother actually that had a neighbor who had, I guess, carrier pigeons. Now, he didn't use them to send messages to people because nobody actually received them, but he would literally send them on excursions and have them come back and shit. It was kind of weird. I don't know how he did it, but he tracked them and shit. So yeah,
Jesus.
That's the thing.
Well, the other thing I was going to say was, if I could find some sort of bird that could, apparently a carrier pigeon will do what I initially intended for. A human-sized horse, something that's strong as shit. I don't know what you do with it. I don't know if it runs for president. I don't know if it's king of the world. I don't know if it just drops monoliths in weird places around the globe. But yeah, some huge fucker, some massive 8-foot thing, just stampeding around, bobcat gold waiting around fucking every little village you know of. Amazing.
So not only do you want a human the size of a horse, you would also like to enslave him.
Well, if he was willing to, consensually. I don't know. I mean,
consensual slavery.
More like indentured servitude, not slavery.
I don't know. Or listen, maybe he fucking drives a greyhound. I don't know what
like a bus or the actual animal.
I was going to say he's a pro wrestler. I mean, Christ, those things. You know,
the Big Show. How big's the Big Show? Is he he's about the size of a horse, isn't he?
A little over 7 foot. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Or Shaq? I mean, I feel like we almost have those. So it's not even outside the realm of possibility.
We have horse-sized humans right now. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Damn.
No, I do like your bird answer. I was going to go with a bird. The honing pigeon kind of just came to mind off of you. But you guys were mocking the chipmunk. I was gonna go with squirrel. I have a fascination with squirrels. Their agility, their ability to play with nuts. Ooh, yeah.
You got some nuts? Got some nuts? Got some nuts? Got some nuts? Got some nuts?
And I think if you were able to train a squirrel, kind of similar. See, here's the thing, Alan. It's similar to your beaver scenario because squirrels have that same kind of utilitarian ability to gnaw through things, but like I said, they're very agile. I mean, imagine a squirrel Pimlico taking on other horses and how quick it could be. It could actually take out the other horses and then continue on the race and still win, and then climb the fucking spire and then dive down on everyone, and I would rule the world.
Right, because the sanctioning bodies of these horse races would allow a squirrel to join in. That makes sense. That's beautiful.
But at that point, they'd have no choice because I'd be the ruler of Pimlico at that moment in time.
Pimlico is no longer a 3-year-old horse race. It's a squirrel race, folks. Good night. Bob Baffert. Sorry. See the exit over there. Good night.
grow your own, and I'll see you next year. And
Good.
that, my friends, is 3 and Out.